Scylla and Charybdis, the terrifying pincer of the sea in the monster-filled world of Greek mythology. There are creatures you can fight and those you can outsmart. But there is one challenge that no hero can fully conquer. That is the passage through the Strait of Messina, where two ancient monsters, Scylla and Charybdis, form a deadly pincer, forcing every sailor to make a horrifying choice. Part 1. The tragic origins of monsters. Scylla and Charybdis were not always hideous creatures. Their stories are tragedies born from the jealousy and punishment of the gods. Scylla was once an incredibly beautiful sea nymph, so lovely that the sea god Glaucus fell madly in love with her. However, Glaucus himself was desired by the sorceress Circe. When Glaucus begged Circe for a love potion to win Scylla's heart, Circe flew into a jealous rage. Instead of a love potion, she brewed a terrible poison and poured it into the spring where Scylla often bathed. When Scylla stepped into the water, her body underwent a monstrous transformation. From her lower body sprouted 6 vicious dog heads on long, serpentine necks, each lined with sharp teeth. Horrified by her new form, Scylla fled to a cave on the cliffs of the Strait of Messina, turning her pain and hatred into a hunger for human flesh. Charybdis, the greedy daughter of Poseidon. Charybdis was the daughter of the sea god Poseidon and the earth goddess Gaia. She was a creature of insatiable appetite. On one occasion, she helped her father expand his domain by swallowing huge islands and vast tracts of land. Zeus, angered by this act, which altered the world's order, struck Charybdis with a thunderbolt, transforming her into a sea monster with a bottomless mouth. She was chained to the seabed opposite Scylla, and to satisfy her eternal hunger, 3 times a day she would suck in a tremendous amount of water, creating a terrifying whirlpool, and 3 times a day she would vomit it back out, devastating everything nearby. Part 2. The Perfect Trap. The strait where Scylla and Charybdis resided was incredibly narrow. A ship passing through could not possibly avoid both. This created the perfect trap. On one side was Charybdis. If a ship sailed too close to her, it would be sucked into the gigantic whirlpool. The entire vessel, from its mast to its keel, along with the whole crew, would be swallowed without a trace. This meant certain death for everyone. On the other side was Scylla. She hid in a cave high up on the cliff face. From the darkness, her 6 dog heads would snake out, attacking any ship that came within reach. Each head would snatch a sailor and lift them into the air, devouring them as their helpless crewmates watched. The choice for sailors was not between safety and danger, but between 2 forms of death: the certain death of the entire crew Charybdis or the certain death of a few Scylla. Part 3. The choice of Odysseus. The journey of the hero Odysseus, chronicled in the epic Odyssey, most vividly portrays this terror. After leaving the island of the sorceress Circe, it was she who warned him of the 2 monsters. She advised him, "It is better to lose 6 of your men than to lose them all." Odysseus, though grief-stricken, followed her advice. He ordered his crew to row close to Scylla's cliff, trying to keep a safe distance from Charybdis's whirlpool. As the ship passed, Charybdis was roaring and sucking in water, causing the men to stare in terror, focusing all their attention on her. In that moment of distraction, Scylla struck. Her 6 heads lunged down like lightning, their barks echoing off the cliffs. Each head snatched one of the strongest sailors, hoisting them high into the air. Odysseus could hear them screaming, calling his name in desperation as they were dragged toward the cave and brutally devoured. He described it as the most pitiful sight he had witnessed on his entire journey. The ship made it through, but at the cost of 6 lives. Odysseus had to sacrifice a part of his crew to save the rest, a painful decision that haunted him forever. Conclusion: a metaphor for difficult choices. Scylla and Charybdis have become an immortal idiom in Western culture. To be between Scylla and Charybdis means to be trapped between 2 options, both of which lead to a terrible outcome. They are not just sea monsters, they are the personification of life's inescapable dilemmas, where no path is perfect and every decision comes at a price. Their story reminds us that sometimes, courage is not about conquering every challenge, but about making the less terrible choice and accepting loss in order to continue moving forward.